Hey, everybody. Happy November. I know that I say this every single month, but I feel, honest to God, like I just said, welcome to 2025, and it's already almost the end of the month. And this is a very, very important month. It is a very, very important time. I think that we can all agree that there are huge shifts going on. And unless you are completely numbed out and sitting in a bunker, I think we can all agree that we feel them and we feel them deeply. And so it is from that place that I want to warmly welcome you into the Oasis. It has finally arrived. It has been, I am not even exaggerating, 5 years in the making. And I was just told by my guides that it is time. And yep, told by my guides. I have channeled this. I have been in the spiritual closet, although you know that I've been dabbling, testing the waters, if you will, but it is time to say, screw it, it's time. And we are here together for a reason. There is something about this space that is intriguing and welcoming to you. And if this is no longer the space that is warm and welcoming and inviting and intriguing to you, then I wish you all of the best in your journey. If this is not something that you are open to, totally fine. Love you, send you with love. But what we are going to be talking about is more about energetics, more about metaphysics. I have so many incredible tools to share with you. I have so many incredible resources to share with you. And we're just going full in unapologetically because it is time. And we are women. Many of us are mothers, and we all have the nurturing spirit. And it is in that context that I want to share with you that the information that I do receive is channeled through the Divine Mother Collective. So these are women, feminine figures throughout all space and time that have brought forth this energy, have championed this energy of the nurturers of the mother energy. And so it's time for us to flex those muscles and emanate that, radiate that without extra having to do, but more be. So, with that, welcome to November. Welcome to the Oasis. And we're going to start with Scorpio energy. So, Scorpio is, it rules from the, we have all of this all day, so that I had all of my dates. Okay, so Scorpio started in October 23rd. Hydration is very important. Goes through November 21st, and then we start Sagittarius season. I'll talk a little bit more about that as well because it is within the month of November. The archetype of Scorpio is the power. And Scorpio, you may be familiar with or not, really goes into the depths. So we'll dive into that in more detail. But just so that you have a high level view of that, it is all about power, but it's all about your internal power and really uncovering that and really opening up to anything that shows you how much power you actually do have and harnessing that. The ruler is Pluto. Pluto is all about transformation, protection. Scorpio is all about boundaries. So think about it this way. Pluto is the furthest planet away. So if you think about all of the planets going in a cycle, Pluto is on the outskirts, and so it is the furthest most um, planet, and I know that it was dethroned as a planet, but we still call it a planet, that keeps us as a boundary from the next galaxy. And so Pluto is about protection and transformation. The key theme is I desire. And so once again, that is going into the depths to figure out what truly is of value to me? What do I truly desire? And then we plant the seeds or plant the bulbs because it is fall for those things that we desire. And then we start to ferret away or discard or donate or release those things that may have served us in the past, but don't need to come with us into the future with these new desires and dreams that we have, these new things that we are planting. The highest expression of Scorpio season is magnetic. It is compelling. It is inspiring, empowering, passionate, and driven. Big energies, right? Exciting energies. And think about this in the context of nature. This is a huge shift in, at least, well, both in the northern and southern hemisphere. I don't think we have anybody right now in the OASIS that is in the southern hemisphere, maybe one person, but it is a huge cyclical change, nature change, seasonal shift in which we are stepping out of the warm into the from outside to inside. We see the beauty of nature all around us with those shifts, and so big energies shifting. It's also very perceptive, again, going into the depths. It's very emotional. We have another full super moon coming up on the 5th of November, which when it's a super moon, that means that feels that much closer to the Earth, which means that the pull of the lunar cycle is that much closer to us, therefore broader, bigger, so more emotional. Sacrificing can be one of the lower expressions. If you're feeling that a lot of what is in the depths has been in sacrifice or kind of that victim mentality or not life affirming, and can also be that low expression can also be vindictive. Think of the Scorpio stinger as being vindictive, biting, poisonous, kind of those negative, cruel, jealous, the negative, paranoid, destructive, negative connotations. So those are the big themes. So the big takeaways that I want you to have from this month are being curious, investigating the depths of you. And the way to go about doing that, and this is something that we're going to do throughout the entire month in the Oasis, is really focus on these themes and how do we make it practical? So, you might hear all of this stuff and it sounds a little esoteric and you're nodding and smiling and yep, okay. How do you bring that into the everyday? And that's what we're going to do. So by the end of the month, I want you to have been able to go into the depths in a way that you feel held, in a way that you feel safe, so that it's not just sitting and spinning or stewing in the chaos, but really putting up those sacred boundaries, that protection, the personal flotation device, so that you feel safe in being able to go into the depths, but from that, be able to see the resilience that you've had and the power that you do have from everything that you have already overcome, everything that you have already experienced, the beauty of that, the lessons from that, the wisdom from that, and therefore the resilience. And it is from that state that we, as taking it back to women, mothers, nurturers, are able to radiate, emanate, and be that strong pillar, be that anchor in the harbor for those of us, those that are in our lives. They do look to us, whether we like it or not, whether we know it or not, whether they're saying it or not, that they do look for us for direction on how to weather the storms of life, how to weather the seasons of life, how to weather the changes in life. And so it is up to us to be the strong mama bear to be able to show them that they too can do it. We take the lessons that we have learned, we share those lessons, even if we're not articulating them in our out loud voice or verbally, we're able to show them um, how to do the hard things. So that was that. Let me get through a few more things actually, I'll just go into in Sagittarius right now, and then we'll go into the overall themes as they all tie together. So Sagittarius then runs from November 22nd to December 21st. There is a new moon on the 20th of November, and we will all come together and have a new moon circle and do a Q&A. We'll do new moon wishes. We will do a little ritual together and really come together in celebration. It's also just before Thanksgiving, and so we'll do a celebration of that. But that is just before, that's kind of the anchoring, the bridge that goes from Scorpio into Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the dreamer, the explorer, the adventurer, the big picture thinker, dreamer. And so it is from Scorpio season when we've been kind of able to clear out what no longer serves us, go into the depths and realize the strength and the power that we have and the fortitude. And we have planted the bulbs and we've planted the seeds. So we've cleared out, tilled the soil for our beautiful garden. And then we start to water those seeds and those bulbs and fertilize them in Sagittarius season with the dreams and figuring out what is the energy, what are the frequencies, what is the vibration of those dreams, and how can I move to take actions and stay in an aligned frequency and vibration to nurture the seeds as they are still underground, so that when it comes springtime, those will be fully fertilized, well tended, loved, nurtured, while they are in the protective womb of ourselves and our psyche and our soul, so that they can then blossom fully and in a protected way in the spring. So Sagittarius, the archetype is the inspiration. The element is fire. I should have mentioned that for Scorpio, the element is water. So we'll be doing breath work around water. There's also a huge water trine going on. Water is also emotion. So Scorpio emotion, there's going to be a lot of emotion this month in Scorpio season. Then after the full moon, we move into, the new moon, we move into Sagittarius. So it's inspiration, the element of fire. Think of that as passion, adventure, curiosity, passion. It's the best way to say it. The ruler is Jupiter. Jupiter expands everything. Jupiter is the largest planet, and so it is about expansiveness. So it is about kind of no limits, going into the unknown. It is, think of December has the connotation of dreaming, right? I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. I'm dreaming of, the gifts that I want. I'm dreaming of how I want my family to feel over this season of wonder and splendor and possibilities. So it all makes sense, right? Key theme is I explore. Highest expression, inspiration, wise, open-minded, adventurous, ambitious, lucky, optimistic, enthusiastic, and versatile. Low expressions of this are tactless, hurtful, ignorant, self-righteous, self-indulgent, phony, gluttonous, lazy, restless, irresponsible. That is when you are kind of exploring this way instead of exploring this way. Okay, so let's move into how we weave those meanings together. So to set the frequency for the entire month, this is about getting deeply rooted into who you are, what you want, who you are becoming. So it's planting those seeds, those bulbs, as I mentioned. This is getting into your body. We do breath work and we do the energy movement work to get into your body. Why do we get into our, you may say, Jenny, why do we have to get into our body? Because we have been conditioned to get out of our body. We have been conditioned to have all of these distractions going on so that we are not tapping into our intuition. We are not tapping into our own discernment because the distractions out there want to control us. In many cases, they want to control us from a fear perspective so that we feel powerless. When we connect back into our body, we can feel our emotions. We feel our feelings, which is the thread or the stream of emotions that we are feeling. And though that's our litmus test. That is, okay, I'm feeling tightness in my shoulders. I'm feeling short breaths. I'm feeling tired. I'm feeling an achiness in my back. Those are all cues to us that we are not in alignment. Those are all cues to us that we're not in flow. And it is from that place that we can make changes, that we can be more responsive instead of reactive. When we are in that place of control, when we are in that place of fear and having somebody keep us tethered from what we know to be true, how we know that we are able to be in flow and in our power, it doesn't feel good. And so being able to be in our body with our breath, allowing us to breathe freely, which allows us to have more space, which allows our organs and our meridians, which we don't need to get into right now, but our hips is legs and hips and pelvic area and lower back is all what is connected to Scorpio season, kind of the root area of our body, our power center, our creative center. That's where we want to really focus on keeping mobility and keeping movement, keeping our strength, squats, lunges, walking, hiking in the woods, all beautiful things to do during this Scorpio season. And then as we transition into Sagittarius season, it's still very much the same. It's that creative area. So it's the sacral area, the area of dream and creativity. And so we're going to go into a breath session in just a couple of moments, but it's going to all be focused on that area. And that's one of the greatest ways that you can really harness the energies of the season, work with them and flow with them, be in rhythm with nature and what God gave us, what's intended, and stay a little bit healthier. Added bonus. So it's going to be a very sacred season. It is an inward facing season. So as we, start to get into cooler, we tend to go inward more. We're about to have clocks change. So it's, fall back. So it's going to be darker. That's just what happens. And so that is the cue to be more inward facing. Depth diving. You're not meant to stay at the surface level. The surface level is is common. You are not common. We are all unique. And it is this ability to be reminded that we are all unique and that's where our power comes from. So not in the separatedness, but more so in here's what I bring to the world. And if everybody's in their full expression of what they bring to the world, think of win. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. So excavate, purify, transform. The newsletter that will be, you should have in your inboxes later today, this being the first of the month, will have a lot more depth, some journal practices on how you can really get into that and purify. Boundaries. True boundaries are not walls. They are womb walls, or like I said, it's kind of where we're incubating our dreams and our seeds. So what are you protecting? What are you growing underground right now? What is in the invisible? What is in the possible? Going into the unknown can be scary, but you can look at it as scary and know that you are safe because of the seed, because of the power that you have been able and the resiliency that you've been able to uncover from doing the work, and understanding more about you and the journey that has brought you to where you are right now. And so then the unknown is not so scary, and that you know change is inevitable. So might as well harness it. Okay. So let's do a little super gentle breath work right now to just anchor all of this in. So feel your sits bones anchored to your chair or the ground, wherever you are. That is Mother Earth holding you. You're safe. You're held. Just do a big exhale out. Let your shoulders drop. You can even, as you're breathing normally, tip your ears to your shoulders. Start to loosen up the neck. Back and forth, whatever feels good. Start to just feel the release. Yeah. Delicious. Release control. We hold a lot for a lot of people, but it's also safe to let go. It's not going to fall down. I invite you to put your hands on your lower belly. If you want to put the palms of your hands even on your hip bones, connect your fingertips on the front of your pubic bone. Feel yourself inhaling all the way down into that spot. That is a deep breath. That's going into the deep depths. Just breathe in and out in your own rhythm there deeply. So feel your lungs really expand. Do you know that we can hold 2 quarts of oxygen in each lung? That's a lot. Are you using that to the fullest expansion? And then exhale, just super gentle. And now just as you're inhaling into the bowl of your pelvis, so have it go down even further into the bowl of your pelvis. Exhale anything that isn't yours or isn't part of who you're becoming anymore. We just had Halloween. Let go of some of the costume, let go of some of that character that's not yours anymore. We're growing, we're evolving, we're evolving. And now I'm going to invite you, again, in your own breath as it feels good, just gently start to rock your pelvis back and forth, just in your chair. Exhale. As you go back, inhale. As you come forward, do that a few times. Just start to loosen it all up. Feeling your sits bones go back and forth. Just whatever's comfortable, don't overextend. Just loosening and moving the air. If you want to do pelvic circles, you can do that too. Hip circles in your chair. If you want to stand up and do it, you can do that too. Whatever feels good. Awesome. Then come back to center. Normalize your breath. And just notice what's different. You might feel a little tingly. I feel way better, and I stretched this morning, but that feels really good. And now from this place, I'll invite you to grab your journal. You'll also have this on the recording, so if you don't have your journal with you, you can come back to it. But I'm going to give you 3 journal prompts. What am I ready to release that no longer supports the woman that I'm becoming? What am I ready to release that no longer supports the woman that I'm becoming? Jot that one down. I'm going to give you the next one. I'll let you do these on your own. Where do I need stronger boundaries to protect my energy and who I'm becoming? Where do I need stronger boundaries to protect my energy and who I'm becoming? And what dream is quietly forming underground right now? What dream am I growing? Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Just a couple more things as we close up. While you're doing those journal prompts, or anytime you're doing, you can come back to doing the breath work and the sacral root work, supportive seasonal essential oils that you can put in your diffuser, or you can put in your water if they're good quality. You can put in water and boil them on your stove. Clove. Clove represents protection and boundaries and smells really, really good. Clove and cinnamon together. Cinnamon, inner fire and passion. Bergamot, which has kind of a citrusy smell. I love it. Softens fear, uplifts emotional release. Also really good. And remember that this is not just for you, but this, no matter if people are aware of it or not, they're going to be feeling all of these feels too. So this can support your whole household. And then orange is a really good one. Joy, optimism, balances intensity. So, I mean, think about that. You could put a whole little medley together. That's almost like mulling spices, isn't it? You can mull spices, mull cider. Put this in a diffuser. So in the OASIS throughout the month, I am opening it up to you. This is a paid portal because you need to have skin in the game. This is transformation. And in order for you to fully step in, there needs to be an energetic exchange. You need to put something forth in order for you to be able to get the most out of it. And that is what I wish for you. It is also an energetic exchange for my part. So I am offering many things to you in many different modalities, of which I am so excited. But these are things that I have learned over the years. I have studied, I have become certified in. And so it is an energetic exchange of you saying thank you to me for being able to present these to you. So, right now, for founding members, which is what you would become for the month of November as well as the month of December, it's going to be $17 a month. And throughout the month, there are going to be journal exercises. We're going to come together for the new moon circle. There's a private podcast of Let's Go for a Walk, and I will talk about different topics, and I'll have different people on in a podcast style. But it's something that, we're not going to be sitting behind Zoom. I want you to actually get out and enjoy life. You can do it on treadmill. I don't care. But the point is to be moving. So there will be a Let's Go for a Walk private podcast. I'll share recipes of, different things that are seasonal foods. And I really, really would love for you to be in this. And as a founding member, you are locked in at that monthly rate on a go forward basis. It will go up to $44 a month in January. So it's $17 a month at the founding rate, going up to $44 a month starting in January. So huge, huge deal. But you guys have been with me throughout my entire, you've seen this evolution coming from the days that we were only doing parent coaching and parent training, to now let's really take care of you so that you can be in your best, at your best, which only helps to just emanate and helps your kids and your family be at their best as well. So I wanted to leave us with this closing transmission from a meditation. This is a month of sacred recalibration. You're not meant to bloom right now. You're meant to root. Let yourself be quiet. Let yourself be slow. Your dreams are being held, protected, and nourished in the quiet. You are exactly on time for your becoming. Be in wonder and awe of nature, of her spiraling rhythms, her unapologetic cycles, and her quiet power. She dies and returns every year without shame. She sheds, softens, stills, and then bursts back into bloom. We are nature too. You are allowed to be in a becoming. This month, let the harvest of your year be enough. Celebrate what has grown, even if it doesn't look like the plan. Give thanks for the invisible roots, the ones that held you, even when you didn't realize it. This is not a pause from your path. This is your path. Sacred slowing, soulful becoming, just like the earth. You are in perfect rhythm. And may the OASIS hold you during it all. As the wind moves, as the leaves fall, and the divine plan continues, quietly, faithfully, and beautifully. Take what you need from this issue, this month. Return when you need more. And know that the divine plan of love is already unfolding through you. May you be blessed. May you be fulfilled. May you love yourself. And I love you. I see you. I see your power. I see your strength. I see your resilience. I see your resolve. I respect you and I honor you. And I am honored to help be a guide for you. I'm just holding the torch. It is your path and you are walking it. I have learned a lot. I have garnered a great deal of wisdom. I am here to share with you what has worked and what has not worked. And I look forward to your wisdom, your inspiration, your perspectives, and your companionship. I look forward to doing this growing with you. And with that, transmission has ended, and I send you with love. Take care.